Thank you for coming to this Zoom session. My name is Huli Ho, a volunteer conducting IT classes in library at Harbourfront. At this moment, we have converted these classes using Zoom. Now, just as Tiffany has said, I have a blog. All you need to do is go to on the first page, go to the bottom right-hand corner, there's a word follow. You click on it and submit your email address, and subsequent posts done by me, you will receive a soft copy through your email. Since last year, the start of circuit breaker, till now, I have done 17 topics, twice a month. And today will be the second part of photo management. And next month will be video management. Show you how to make a karaoke song or a digital story. So today, I will briefly repeat how to convert paper print to digitized photo so that you can upload it to your cloud machine, or cloud account. And how to transfer your photos from your smartphone to another external device. And you can burn it on CD if you want to. And what is the proper way to store all your digital photo, like using the cloud account or other means, advantages and disadvantages. And lastly, I will show you some of my photo journal through my life journey. Now, this one is to show you how you get your paper print and convert to digital print. What I did is I have a dedicated scanner. You can use the 3-in-1 scanner if you want to. A scanner normally comes in the size of A4 for the common one. And A4, you can normally put 4 photos on it to scan at one time. And you notice I purposely make one photo miss the line so that I can correct the alignment later. So the first job is put your photo onto the scanner, you scan it. Then after you scan the photo, there are 4 there, and you have to crop them into individual photos. That's the second part, you crop it. So the third part is, as I told you just now, one of the photo is misaligned. So you have to align the photo. And after align, all you need to do is to rotate it to the alignment that is representative of the photo. If I talk too fast, if you have any question, you can check with me during the Q&A time. Now, the second part here is how to transfer all your photos from your smart device, smartphone, Android or iPhone, doesn't matter, to a laptop or desktop computer running on Windows 10. It must be Windows 10. Windows 8 or Windows 7, they don't have this program. Only Windows 10 have this free program. You don't need any other program. Basically, what happens is that when you buy a smartphone, they give you one cable. You take the same cable, connect to the laptop. The USB side connect to the laptop. The other one connect to your phone. Yes.
Hello, Mr. Ho. I think your mic is actually hitting on your cloth, so we can't hear you very clearly for just a few sentences early on.
Okay,
so,
sure.
Yeah, you
okay,
just have to repeat again.
Okay. Okay. Now you see okay?
Yep, it's very clear now.
Okay, I think the wire must be okay. So assuming you have a lot of photos in your smartphone, iPhone or Android phone, doesn't matter. All you need to do is to use the cable they provide you when you buy the phone, connect the USB plug to the laptop or desktop, and the other end connect to a smartphone. And there are two methods to do it. The first method is using the photo app of the Windows 10. Windows 10 has a photo app. You can use the window key to search for the photo app. And once you are in the photo app program, you can find the word import on the top right-hand corner. Click on that, and next you click on from connected device. There's a two-step you need to do. So once you have done these two steps, import and from connected device, all the photos in your smartphone will display on your laptop or desktop. Then you have a choice whether you want to import the whole lot or selectively import a few. It's up to you. Remember, you are actually importing a copy. You are not deleting the original in your smartphone yet. It's only after you have imported all the photos to your laptop or desktop, check that they are there before you delete it from your smartphone or smartphone. So one good advice is maybe your photo have certain classification. So all you need to do is you give a folder name and then you collectively put in different folder so that next time easier for you to retrieve your records. So that is method one. Method two, same thing, the connection is the same, but this time you don't use the photo app. You use the file explorer. If you can't find it, you have to find this icon. And once you have the file explorer, it is like connecting an external drive to your laptop. Icon will appear in the directory. So that icon, if it is an iPhone, it will have an Apple icon. Click on that icon, you will expose all the photo in that folder or in that icon. And use your copy and paste method to select whatever photo you want. And remember, copy and paste, not cut and paste. Copy and paste means your original is still in your smartphone. So after you check everything is in order, then you delete your photo from your smartphone to give room for another set of new photos. That is how you transfer the photo from your smartphone to a desktop or laptop. And even laptop is not the right way to keep your photo permanently, because your laptop also can fail one day. So you may have to think of ways either to burn it on DVD or send it to the cloud. Have a cloud machine, send it to the cloud. So these are the way you can think about it. If you consider the photos are of good memories to whatever you have through your lifespan. This is the past slide that I had done in a storage session. Basically, these are the methods you can store your picture. Some are for temporary purposes, some are for permanent. Hard disk is in your desktop, laptop, you can store some picture inside. Photo stick are not recommended because photo stick depend on the app and depend on the provider. So if the provider don't update the app in sequence with the operating system updating, then you may have trouble. External drive, I think you're very familiar. Apple Time is meant for people who have an Apple laptop. It's very convenient and very useful. Thumb drive are for temporary storage. Network attached storage are mainly for people working in a company where they have a lot of information to store. Cloud provider is just to set up an account, or even you can build your own home cloud if you want to. Now with a photo, I also share with you my experience of how to convert your photo into Haiku points. These are different sessions. So I think one coming in a Jurong Regional Library. You can check with me later. So if you have very nice photo, you can test your brain a bit to think of a haiku point. So waiting patiently without a single complaint for the rain to come. So this is my haiku point. And I base my wording on my experience of how I interpret this picture. I interpret this picture as loneliness, hope, famine, beauty, even in atrocity, perseverance, never say die. So these are my life experience that I have experienced, either personally myself or through observation. This is another one, just to give you some example. So you notice I explain the background, how I think. So this slide is to show you how I think through my own life experience. So with how I think, this is one way I explain life. Life, a journey to the unknown. Life, journey on a conveyor belt. Conveyor belt, if you know how people manufacture things, from point A, they go to point B, then they go to point C. Then if for whatever reason is non-conforming, it will be just rejected and discarded. It happened to human also. If we don't conform to society norms, we may also get rejected. So with all this in my mind, I have done this. Love is a journey, long, difficult, full of pain, but once found, worth it. So remember, haiku is the 575, but sometimes the rules are not strictly followed, but it's almost there. So this is just a life experience, my way of interpreting love, okay? Now, sometimes for some reason, the photo don't come up the way we want it. We can enhance it by simple editing. So these are the very common steps that we normally use. They are more professional and advanced steps. If you are interested, you have to get a Photoshop program to learn more. But basically, this one, any program can do it. So I will give you some example how this is done. If you go for a workshop, I can show you more. So Zoom, I can show you a certain limited guidelines and way of doing it. Now, this picture is taken with a lot of dead space. Dead space means an image that has no meaning. You see the glass verge, there are too much of them. So this picture can be improved if we crop some of the glass verge away. So you just see this picture and you see this picture. It's exactly the same picture, but the glass verge is being reduced to a reasonable, you can say, portion. So brightness is also very useful. This you can say this adjustment. So a picture was not taken properly either because it's too late in the day, the sun is maybe setting, and you can brighten it. It's the same picture, you can brighten. You see the taxi, the blue also brighten. So that is called adjusting the brightness. But sometimes when you adjust brightness, you may have to tweak a bit on the contrast. So you have to go to library and borrow some of this photography book to understand the meaning, brightness, and contrast. In the old days, the old TV set, they have all these adjustments. And from adjusting, you will know the meaning between contrast and brightness. This is also a very useful tool. They call it a healing tool. Sometimes you take a picture, you notice the ceiling got some black patches, maybe leakage or what, I don't know. So you may not feel good on that picture. So by using these healing tools in the editing program, you notice I remove that patch away. It's the same picture. I remove it away. There are many methods you can use healing. You see, this is another example of healing. A picture was taken, no choice, with a man suddenly walked past the boy. So I can remove the whole leg away. So simple editing, you can do that. Now, these are the two apps I recommend you to try. I got it free. Hopefully you can still get it free. And for Pixel, you can install it in your smartphone and also laptop. But PS Express is good to install in your desktop or laptop because it's more complicated and it's very hard to use your finger to do the adjustment. But the other one you can. You can try to install in both if you want to. So you can try. I think both belongs to Adobe. You can go to adobe.com and then look for these two, whether they still provide you free. I have it free. Here, I'm trying to give you some meaning of a photograph. You have to think of photograph not just for people. Photograph is actually telling you a message or sharing with you the beauty of nature or whatever it is. And if you can put some words to it, you can even evoke your emotions and things like that. So here I'm trying to make you all aware that depends on how you look at the picture, you can actually sense that you are there. And depends on the environment. You can be in a relaxed mood. It can be in an excited mood, depends on the environment of the picture. But here, the first picture I'm telling you is that beauty of nature comes in different form, shape, and color. So the first one is shape, color. This is another example. All these pictures are taken by me. This one is in a garden. I think US Denver garden. These are my tour picture. Now, Google, there's one app, they call it Google Lens. You notice the one on the right. If you have not been to the place in Germany, you will not know where is the location. So all you need to do is use your smartphone, open up this Google Lens, point at it, something like scanning. They will tell you this picture belongs to a museum, a musician's museum in Germany. The other one also quite famous, that is the atomic park, where the US threw 2 bombs in that area. Most of the people died, some died later. I also been to this. A lot of history and archives they have collected, and even some voice recording. So it's good experience. What a war can do to humanity. Now, this is to introduce you to a term called resolution. If you take a picture from the newspaper, black and white, you try to expand it. Finally, you will see nothing but just black dots or gray dots. Gray, black, and white. So if you take 1 square inch of that picture and count how many dots are there, that is the resolution of the picture. They call it pixel. So in the normal camera that we use, normally we set to high quality picture is about 1 megabyte, 1 million of a byte of dots, color dots that form the picture. So the more dot it is, the more detail the picture has, and the bigger you can expand or enlarge the picture. That is the thumb rule, you can say. In some of my past sessions, some people ask me what is called dead space. So this is a definition of dead space. dead space means the space behind the object. So you can see the difference. If the photographer take the man in the middle, it will not be a good picture. So you try to balance the dead space and the active space in such a way that it can tell a story. So this picture, what is he trying to do? Either he is enjoying nature, the fresh air, or he's trying to communicate with something up there. So it's up to you to imagine and interpret the picture. But just bear in mind, there's a balance between the dead space and the active space. This one is to explain noise in the picture. All these are from the internet. If somebody tell you your picture is very noisy, another way to describe it is very fussy. You can see the picture, okay? So in some photo editing program, they can improve a bit for you, a bit, not much. As I say, it depends on the resolution you have. If you have very detailed picture, chances are you can improve better. They can reduce the noise for you, and the picture will be a bit more presentable. So that is how you play with editing. But the most important thing is don't need editing. That is called photo technique. You must know, I think that's the first session I talk about. How to take good pictures, how to take quality picture, how to take meaningful picture. So you don't even need to edit the picture. Everything is perfect. This one is to make you all aware that a story told by a photographer is just in a split second. But that doesn't mean that the photographer only take one picture when he is assigned to do a story. You notice photojournalists, their camera, once they click one time, they maybe capture 12 pictures. And you click a few times, you may capture about hundreds of them. And from there, they will go back to their lab, they will select the best picture to tell the best story. And it depends on how ethical that the person is. If we distort the news, then he is not a good person. But if he's telling the truth, hopefully he can do it. Then the picture may be a meaningful picture with the true story that he has experienced in that moment of time in that location. Silhouette is good. It's like an art piece like that. If you have opportunity, it's good to try out. But this is the setting I find that I can do it. And I think I have a sample maybe. Yeah, okay, I have a sample. This one was taken in one of the lakes in Switzerland, outside a hotel window. It's not a sea, it's a lake. Switzerland has a lot of lakes. Interlaken and all that. So just experiment it. There are many opportunities you can take silhouette. It's up to you. It's just for experiment's sake. Okay, now I will quickly go through my journal. And my journal covers my travel, my job, my grandchildren, even friends, revolving around my family. When they have some good points, I will highlight to you. Remember, we not only need to learn how to take good quality picture, but also to ensure it has a story to tell, to inspire, to impress, to reflect, and even has an impact on us, giving us sweet memories and happy moments, especially in time of needs. You know, when we need happy moments to be remembered, when we are down, when we are sad, for whatever reason, either through sickness or through accident or through what, and sometimes we need some positive energy to bring us back to normal. In one of my talk, I talk about the flywheel concept. If you are interested, you can search my video to understand what is the meaning of flywheel concept. My grandchildren went to a museum that has all these interaction type of thing to play. So first one is to arouse their curiosity. Second one is to let them experience the sight and sound of what they do. I'm not sure whether nowadays still have this type of business or not. In the old days, you can book the whole cake shop and have a party there. And they really make them bake something. I don't know what they baked last time. And they give you fanciful costume to wear. Good memories for the children, especially if you know each other, neighbors or friends or whatever it is. Or you just have a simple house party. Can be a birthday, can be anything. Invite your friends over and enjoy it. These are good memories. These are done by professionals. Normally, once in 3 years, we engage professionals to tell us how to position ourselves to tell a story. So this one is taken in the studio. This is to document the growth of the child. The one in red now is actually serving the army now, in the Air Force. This is in the Fort Park, somewhere in Alexandria. My 8 grandchildren. So this is all documenting the growth of the children at that moment of time. This is good. This one is actually on a skiing resort in Colorado, 12,000 feet high. And this grandson of mine is experiencing snow the first time. I think he ate it, I think. So in that skiing resort, you can have 4 seasons within a day. 12,000 feet high. When you have relatives together, even though they are kilometers apart when they live in different countries, the opportunity is good to capture that moment. These are some of my garden snapshot. This is one is the Butcher Garden, one is Denver Garden. They're totally in different countries. Butcher Garden is in, I think, Canada, Vancouver. The other one is in US, Denver is in Denver. Yeah. All these are in Butcher Garden. This one I showed you before. This one, I think, if I'm not wrong, is in another garden. Yeah, another garden. It so happened, I turned back, I saw this beautiful picture showing off their beauty. And you have to get your camera ready in order to capture that moment of time. When you have a picture that is very serene, tranquility, peaceful, and all that, you can use it to create a haiku poem. This one is taken in one garden, maybe Seattle Garden, I can't remember. So you notice I use it, I put a poem there. Life not measured by the number of breaths we take, but when taken away. Some life experience. This haiku poem is not done by me, it's from a haiku book, but the picture is by me. The picture is taken in Highway 1 in California. So I find the picture matching to the haiku poem, so I just use photography technique to add the text on it. And just remember it, that summer is always something that we like, we are happy about. It's something like positive mood. In Chinese, we call it the yang, the yin and the yang. So this haiku poem also very fitting to the picture. This is done by me. I think they're done by me. Somebody provide me a picture, then I just created this haiku poem. You notice the 575, edge of the shoreline, boats in solitary ease after a day's catch. It's something like humanity and a life of living. These are done by professionals. Sometimes you attend wedding, it's not the standard one that we used to experience in Singapore. This one is in California. My daughter attended a wedding. It's a different way of gathering to introduce who is committed to who is. You notice nowadays we take picture, not like in the olden days when you stand in 2 rows in the studio. Now people want to be more adventurous. They do outdoor shooting. Some of my tour picture. So when you go for a tour, it's good to take picture with some iconic reference that only happen there or only available there. It can be a shape of the building, like this one in Toronto is a viewing tower. So first time we really go so high, see the lift right up there to have a viewing tower. So these are all experience we get when we are not so developed yet at that time. Some you saw it before. This is another place I went. If you want to read more on this place, they call it the Arches National Park in Utah. You read from Google or read from Wikipedia. Million years ago, this place is actually a lake. So don't know what happened to the water. So what you are seeing is actually you are actually standing on the seabed of the lake, and you can see the layers of the earth being exposed. So, and the arch down there is actually carved by the wind through the years. And that is one of the famous iconic structure. To go there, you have to climb up 1.5 to 1.75 hours to climb up, and you come down about the same. No car can go up to this place. And normally tourist bus will also not go there. You have to have a special package to get somebody to bring you there. This is some of the pictures that we took in Japan, the fifth station, Fuji Mountain. When you go Fuji Mountain, you have to go to many stations. So this is, I think, if I'm not wrong, this is the highest the public can go up on a bus. The other one is that we are on the way to the skiing resort I told you about. Yeah. So that is in Breckenridge, Colorado, USA. Niagara Falls, Yosemite Park. These are all US Canadian type of nature scenic spot. I remember I told you about the layers of the rock. So here you can see very good layers. So if you study geologies or things on soil, it's a very good lesson to learn how the seabed is formed layer by layer. It's something like the Indonesian cake, the clay lapis, we do layer by layer. So this is all done by nature, and it's being exposed through the millions of years that the water disappeared. Some very unique bridge. It's an old-fashioned, very old bridge. Statue of Liberty in New York. Even this lone cypress tree is actually overlooking the Pacific Ocean. So anything that you can't see, you can dream about it. You can hope or whatever it is. You know how big is the Pacific Ocean? Then you are only seeing part of it there from the land, Highway 1. Here I got one message that I would like to share with you. Wedding or birthday events are a good opportunity to capture memories and friendship, especially to remember those no longer with us. So that is the way I would like to share with you why I'm so passionate about photo. I take too good care of it. I put it in the cloud. Not so much for my sake, it's for people. I think all these are my wife's friends. So they may want to know, hey, on that day, I think we take a picture. Do you have a copy? Then my archive will give them a copy. So sometimes we are not serving ourselves, we are also serving our friends who like to see this picture again, in whatever reason. So that is a meaning of keeping meaningful picture. Okay, I finished my photo session. Here I only got one announcement that on 16 October next month, I'm doing a physical workshop of showing you how to do photo haiku. If you have your own photograph, you bring along. If you don't have, I will have some of those photographs I show you. I will pass a copy to you. And you think of the haiku way of converting using your own experience, your life experience, how you want to express the picture to share your feelings with other people. So there's some technical thing to learn, and there's some emotional thought that evoke your emotion and memories to force yourself to come out with the 575 phrase. So all this can be done if you have a laptop that you bring along with PowerPoint. But if you don't have a PowerPoint, Apple laptop also can if you have a Keynote. Keynote is similar to PowerPoint. So you can either bring a PC or Apple laptop. You must bring your own laptop. The library don't provide the laptop. If not, you only can listen, you cannot do the job. So it's a hands-on workshop. Interested, please look out for the date that the NLB announced the thing. And because of COVID, you know what happened? The number will be much reduced. Even though they have a big room, they're much reduced. That's all I can say. It's a 3-hour session. So, okay, Tiffany, I pass back to you.